Welcome to Eos Island, and this is PokemonUnite. We're pretty busy as we're celebrating our 4th anniversary of the game's Switch release. What an important day this is. But despite our bland anniversary, we are welcoming in more players than we've expected. So, we're going to give you all the details right here in this video. The patch, the producer's letter, and all the same old shenanigans from Unite players. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Finally remembered to make one of these. The June-July Unite meta. Supporting me. For the bioweapon that this piece of fairy is. The devil's greatest trick was convincing the world he didn't exist. Game over. Return of Hans. Someone must have thought the others amnesia. They forgot I'm him. Are they sleeping on you? Tuck 'em in. Guess who's back? Super Fighting Armor! Armor Rouge! Gets the slightest buff ever. Players pop off. Life is so simple. Some things never change. What do you mean that Fat is the best defender now? Where's my privilege? Can we ban this guy? Cheater Asmon. How is your win rate so ass? This is the power of the Azure! Legendary fall off. Dear devs, explain how getting dropkicked by a shadow is fair. Range-based move, balanced and avoidable.
Let me have it!
PokemonUnite target the young audience only for the money.
Huh?
That's a lot of yapping you did there, buddy. You're choosing to play on a weekend? During summer? Only blame yourself for being tilted. It's a kid's game. Kids are the target for Pokemon. It's giving 13-year-old complaining about 12-year-old children. If you're so good, join a team and play UCS.
Damn!
I don't know if they're going to be Scizor or Scyther until I see their build.
Oh!
Ladies and gentlemen, the demographic. Fun fact, this Pokemon is useless without Leech Life.
What does it mean, Precious?
You know who you are. Alchemy fans next patch after she gets nerfed.
Oh no, not again.
Such a beautiful game this would be if this happens.
Wow!
Ego friend posting nonsense memes again. Let's go. We're so back.
They got his ass cooked! Wait!
Meanwhile, the people who do it, nah, I'd be fine. 90% of players don't see the reason you're freaked out. Meanwhile, Dragapult and Blaziken mains. Is this some kind of peasant joke? I have too much cooldown to understand. Japan server in a nutshell. Who wants to support a carry? I do. Who wants to be the carry? Shiranai desu. I can carry. Looks inside. Top 8 being defenders and supports. Light bulbs everywhere. I love playing on Japanese servers. Having a defender and supporter in your team is the norm and not the exception. Also, everybody going bot path before 7 minutes is something I hardly see in NA servers. Lol, guess our EU server isn't that any different from the NA server then. JP server taught me a lot of good habits that allows me to stay sane for 8 minutes before Ray was taken by the opponent. I've actually been seeing that a decent amount in NA servers recently, but not 100% of the team. What time? Because I see the usually, I want to be attacker without CC, and they're not going to rotate nonsense.
We're gonna do something I like to call a pro gamer move.
And here we have more arguments about the Indian server. Yeah, this one looks much worse than where I'm at. NA server could never. We all got main character syndrome. Even a rare defender or support is running carry items in build. The couple of times I have played on Japanese servers, they've always had great supporters and defenders. I wish I lived in Japan so I could play on those servers with good ping. Wow, that sounds awesome actually. Sounds better than seeing 4 players picking attackers and speedsters. Would love to be there. Would finally have a chance to improve my gameplay playing an attacker in an actual match and learning how to play with my defenders better. Sometimes I have to use Upsol because no one is willing to go mid. Being from the Japan server, I can confirm that indeed. This is reverse inflation of supporters defenders here. And it's not pleasant at all. Let's make a trade deal. We give you some ADCs instead. I've actually stumbled onto the Japanese server a couple of times, despite, being almost at the other side of the world. And I have to say, the player quality is much better than what I've seen. And I'm sandwiched in between two regions, those being NA and LATAM. So, yeah, I've seen a lot. Dead game in Australia. Every game I go into, there are just the same handful of people. I wish I'm in, say, Japan or US. Currently, I am Master 1400. Anything under Ultra are bot games, at least for our servers in Australia. I remember Super Teeth saying something similar about 2 years ago. So yeah, this doesn't surprise me. The Slowbro skin released at the same time in China and global.
What the heck, Dale?
To the surprise of absolutely nobody. Series 29, U Impact. If you're looking for a competitive patch, this is the one. And this is how we're gonna start year 4. We're going big on focusing on several problems that this game has gameplay-wise. Notable the damage that is being outputted in the global version, and tackling some problematic stuff in regards to both casual and, well, competitive, because they also have a competitive section. This brought some pretty good changes, but also some bland ones. This is a pretty midway to start year 4. But it could have been worse. This is the second time they completely reworked and renamed a move. I hope this won't be another reworked Mr. Mike. Huh? 3 years ago, Mike, wow, autocorrect much, goes from barely relevant into literally the best mon in the game, completely taking over release Glaceon's throne. God forbid playing anything at all against that monster. The PTSD I got from this clown. Ho-Oh's fly has been changed to Sacred Fire. Now, this isn't anything new, if you guys are aware. This was actually from the Chinese version, where Ho-Oh actually has Sacred Fire. Fire spin does like no damage, and you could easily escape from it anyways. Why does it need a damage nerf? Because the damage is a bonus, and you only use it for the utility. The damage mitigation and unstoppable.
Damage reduction hasn't changed. It just does less damage. And you never used it for the damage anyway. The damage reduction is always what it was good for. And now it just stungs. This is the best defender in the game, bar none.
Stomp Queen is back in the fray. Rest in peace to what was probably the best early game ever for the last 2 years. It really was the best early game. Like, these people have no idea. But this time, not so much, as Inteleon's sniper counters have been reworked to grow up as the Pokemon evolves. So Sobble has 1, Drizzle has 2, and Inteleon has all 3. Low-key, they need to change it. Been maining Inteleon for a while, and I'm kinda pissed off, lol. Yes, he's OP, I don't give a fuck. It's about damn time this thing got nerfed. Yeah, it's crazy how long the mons that aren't brain dead to use go without meaningful nerfs, because this player base is too rubbish to be consistent with anything that isn't broken, OP, auto attack base, or sure hits. What does this mean?
I don't even... What are we saying?
I'm fine with the pre-evo crit counter change. I don't understand what they did with Fellstinger. Can someone explain? Basically, Fellstinger cannot act as a get-out-of-jail-free card against a stun that is strong enough, throws, or displacements. What's funny is that people explain to you what it is, and you quickly decide, yeah, I'm no longer using Intel. That's a lot of, The damage of Aqua Tail was never the issue with the move. It's just too slow. It's okay, guys. It must be another one of those times where Timmy secretly changes something and they actually added Unstoppable to the waves. Latios is available in PokemonUnite.
They're gonna have to hang you out to dry when I get through with you!
Unite better give me what I want or else! Actually, they need perms to use the brand. Timmy's obsession with this character is so funny, I swear. It's almost sus. Timmy, for all their unforgivable flaws, knows the sort of people that make up the community. Timmy, no. The Pokemon fanbase's obsession with this character is so funny, I swear. They fix it for you. Guardian Unite is like Lux or Ari in League. Easy cash machines. It is a pretty skin though. Shit! There goes all my f***ing money. They find out we were saving ice pops.
And I think to myself, what the fuck?
Trainer outfits seems they got removed from the ice pops and now are in chests. This will be a separate box with the outfit, so not the same rewards. No! I just started saving them! We can have guaranteed free things. Why am I not surprised? Average Timmy L.
Give me your money! Mods, ban this person.
Yesterday, before I went to bed, I actually made a tweet saying, yeah, we haven't received a single change to Thea Sky Runes in 3 years, which is actually crazy work. There's not a single MOBA out there currently, in the current year, where it just goes completely unchanged for this long of a period. I was thinking a lot about making August my last month in Unite, potentially, if Timmy doesn't announce anything. We're gonna go through them in a second. I just want to let you guys know, because I only talked about it on stream. Last year has been, or this entire year since the last Pokemon Day in 2024, right? The Pokemon Day, whatever came out last year on Pokemon Day, has been the worst year for Content Creation Unite by far. Thank you for continuing to enjoy PokemonUnite. Yeah, I don't think anyone is currently enjoying it, sadly, to me. So, I mean, the thing is with these letters, I don't fully trust them. But them saying for years to come definitely is something nice to read. But then again, I don't trust them on these letters because they already... How many letters of these did we have that changed literally nothing? Unite licenses for Mega Evolving Pokemon. Now we're planning to add more Unite licenses for Mega Evolving Pokemon to celebrate the release of Pokemon Z2A, which is very cool. I mean, this is something, I think Mega Evolutions is one of the coolest things in Pokemon in general. Not everyone has a Mega Evolution, right? So it would be unfair to Pokemon who don't have one. We already know that Groudon and Kyogre are part of Chinese Unite, and now we're getting Groudon, or Groudon, I guess Groudon, right? I don't know how to pronounce it actually in English. It's going to join Unite in Thea Sky Runes, replacing Rayquaza and... Now that is a cool mechanic. That is a very cool mechanic, but it doesn't... Do you still have a shield, or is there no shield? Because if there's no shield, then it's still pretty difficult to actually score then. And the last thing in this is the improved pacing for newly added Pokemon, which I feel like they already talked about a while ago, right? So, but now again, to start off from September to December 2025, we plan to release 2 new Unite licenses per month, including Unite license for Mega Evolving Pokemon. It could also still be a disaster, right? Might just be a new way of selling Lucario again, which I hope it's not. I know some games do that, especially gacha games like to resell a character that already exists in an awakened version. So, gotta be careful, you know, not if they just make Mega Evolution Lucario or Mega Lucario a thing in general that is separate from the normal Lucario. I guess that'd still be kind of cool. But yeah, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see how that goes.
So the addition of Mega Evolution license. This is what caught my eye and made me click record. There's also something else after this that is pretty cool. Now to commemorate the release of Pokemon Legends ZA, we plan to add a new Mega Evolution license. Oh, there's gonna be a new Mega. Oh. So we're getting teased of the next Pokemon. That could be fun. I'm just gonna throw a random Mega in the thumbnail. No one will know what it is. Groudon appears in Thea Sky Ruins. This is the big one. So we saw Groudon in some leaks in the China version, but Groudon is apparently coming to Thea, which is going to be pretty cool. Regarding the current battle stage, Thea Sky Ruins, we are planning to make several adjustments in future updates. So they're making changes to the map. Finally, we would like a new map, but even if it's just the same game mode on a different, you know, skin of a map, I'm fine with it. I'd be cool with that. This is essentially what Thea is. Obviously, there's different mechanics, but regardless, teams that fail to defeat Groudon will still have a chance to win, so you can enjoy a serious match right up until time is up. This is crazy. This is insane. So it's the same effect, but if you get a KO, you take the shield. That is wild. I don't know if it's actually a shield or if it's just like a buff that lets you score faster. I guess it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't say shield, but it could be just a translation thing. Improved pace of Pokemon editions. That's good for all the people who say the game's gonna be dead. Shut the hell up. No, it's not. The game is great and it's thriving right now, in my opinion. It's just that the views of it aren't doing so hot on the internet. And you know, with stuff like this, views will come back. Groudon is gonna be such a game changer. It's gonna change how the game plays. It's gonna feel like you're not just. You have a chance if your team just throws Ray or loses Ray. So like, or now it's Groudon. So that's just an unbelievable change. And then new Unite Mega or new Mega coming. That's cool. Faster releases. This is amazing.
Okay, now it's my turn. And I kind of wish this was live recorded, but since I had to record most of my lines in this video, you can see there's a reason why I didn't have live watching reaction in the thumbnail. But this is great for the game. July 18th would have been the day that I would have said Pokemon Unite is officially dead. But no. This game is still alive, and it's thanks to this. There's a little bit more life being breathed into it, so I'm just gonna tell you what I like about this and what I don't like about this. First off, this is the best part. This right here. Groudon appears in Thea Sky Ruins. It's gonna appear at the final stretch, which is the final 2 minutes of the game, replacing Rayquaza. But also the buff, it gives a buff that acts similar to the orange and purple buff that Excelgor and Escavalier give. Yeah, the ones in the jungle. It gives a power boost, which we'll see how it works. It could be either a base stat boost or a percentile boost directly to your moves, which is a little different, just slightly different. And also increases scoring speed. There's no talk about shield, and there's no talk about being goals uninterrupted, which are the big ones. It's going to be still a team effort to make scores happen, and if you KO someone that has the buff, it is passed to you, much like the orange and purple buff, which is the coolest thing they could have ever done. I really like this change. Also, and to go with Groudon, the map is going to change with patches of grass and the objectives being changed as well, which was something that was leaked in the Charizard Hollowware in the image that I have it. They also have it on Reddit. Now, for the thing that I don't like is this. Unite licenses for Mega Pokemon. Now, this is so cool. Like, on paper it sounds cool, because, man, Mega Pokemon, it's so good. We're gonna have new Pokemon, and we could Mega Evolve the Pokemon that we have currently, making them stronger. But here's the thing. This is what makes it bad. Improved pacing for newly added Pokemon. So what they're gonna do from September to December 2025, starting with Pawmot on Season 30, which is gonna be early September, and then Empoleon soon follows because that was leaked. They're gonna be releasing 2 Unite licenses per month, including Unite licenses for Mega Evolving Pokemon. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna start releasing Mega Pokemon as soon as ZA releases, probably as a paid event. And yes, I did say paid, because I'm 100% certain that they're gonna monetize the living heck out of this. I hate the fact that Unite is looking more like a mobile gacha game, and I can't stand it. I myself can't stand it. Probably people would do that, because, you know, it's crazy. But I don't like that at all. If it wasn't for Groudon, I would have just quit the game straight up. Also, by the way, people have forgotten that Double Shock is Pawmon's signature move, not Revival Blessing. Rapska also gets it, but it's because they evolve exactly the same way in game. And also, I'm pretty sure Pawmon is going to be an all-rounder, just because of Double Shock. And again, Pokemon fans are always missing way more than just one bolt. Well, before I start rambling, let's go into the memes, shall we?
Oh my gosh, unbelievable!
Yeah, no, they're not keeping this promise. Sorry. Be ready for, actually, they said we plan, not we promise. But yeah, they're gonna break the game with the Eons and spend September patching with delayed releases as always. At this point, it's part of Unite's charm. Balancing all these will be an absolute nightmare. Can't wait to see this game in the most messed up state so far. Can it get worse than it already is? Broken Pokemon suck, but if you get an influx of new players because of them paying more attention to the game, I think it'll be positive overall in the end, personally. They got every teamy dev on it, trust. 2 per month? Don't forget, we won't be able to buy with coins for the first 2 weeks, and honestly, they could even bump that up a bit. They'll probably pull this off, but I think we all wanted a new map instead of adding new broken mod that will unbalance the meta. With these updates, we'll be cool. I'm a bit bumped. No new map, ever. Megas ain't coming to break the meta in half and more microtransactions. I don't have faith in Timmy, and they haven't given us any inclination they actually listen to the community. This player base won't ever grow again or get back to what it once was. I'll mostly attribute it to a player issue than a dev issue, but go on. Global is just a red-haired stepchild Timmy hates. They gave a promising vague statement, but no guarantee or promise of doing that. P.S. We'll also be nerfing Cramorant every week until Unite's EOS, because F that bird.
You stupid!
What about their plan to address the inexplicable and sudden lags mid-game that I have been experiencing since switching to Switch 2?
Be quiet!
Unite players not beating the can't read allegations. Plan doesn't equal promise. It's probably going to happen, considering Pokemon releases are planned several months in advance. They'll make them 1,500 gems and 30,000 coins each, and it's going to be only legendaries. Groudon and Kyogre being bosses is honestly a waste of potential. I honestly thought they would add every boss legendary and leave the 3rd legendary as a boss. Holy this community will find a goofy ass reason to complain about anything. 4th anniversary feels kinda bland. Anyone else? I was honestly expecting something more exciting for PokemonUnite's 4th anniversary. It's a huge milestone, but so far the content feels kinda recycled. Nothing that really screams, wow, 4 years! Where's the hype? A new map? A game-changing mode? More generous login rewards? I get that not every year can be a massive celebration, but this feels more like a regular seasonal event than a major anniversary. Yup, very meh. Anniversaries in games are usually filled with freebies. I was so hyped to play Latios in casual matches, but there's not a single temporary license for him. It's really sad. I love it! I'm so grateful for the new map changes promised as well as the free Gyarados. I also love Latios, and I'm extremely excited for Latios because she will be a supporter.
What the hell? Get out!
No new map, but we did get map changes. There are normally no game mode that is added. It's Panic Parade or Boss Rush. The rewards kinda suck per usual. Yeah, the anniversary is recycled. That's Unite. I hate that I bought Gyarados 5 days ago and now everyone plays him. I hate how I had to close out 9 pop-up screens when I log in. I hate that I can't clear red dot notifications that I don't need to be addressed or are insignificant. I'm sure there's more, but talk about a turn-off game, 9 pop-ups to start.
Money! Money! Money!
Am I the only one who has to close 12 pop-ups every time I open the game?
Money!
Considering one of those pop-ups is the new event? Probably. I have like 5, I think? Never mind, it's 10 actually. What nerf made you stop? Take a break from your main. I start. It's this Cinder nerf for unknown reasons. The attack speed feels the same, but I also can feel the speed nerf, so props to them for actually working on animations. But the biggest one is Blaze Kick. It basically... Man, you make this hard to read. What are you typing? Or Inteleon. Yes, the ability was broken, but its early game got kinda worse. Plus there's a bug with it right now. Yeah, the bug being that as Drizzile, Felstinger did not charge your sniper stacks. The sniper shot nerf really did anything, but this is like the 4th time they did this, lol. And Phil Stinker got a nerf where you can actually get CC'd now. This and the sniper shot nerf is the ones I'm okay with. The ability rework just made me stop playing it. When they nerfed Gujar when it was already bottom tier, just because some veteran players cried about the bottom tier mon not dying, when they stand on its big "don't stand here" laser. The Gujar nerfed 2 months ago. They're nerfing one of the mons with the lowest win rate and pick rate for years because the absolute bottom of the barrel players and bots struggled against it is just insane. Green and Bullet Seed becoming interruptible. Over 1,000 games with him, and now it's like 5 times a season.
Delete it. Delete it.
The big Serena nerf in like December 2023, right after she got her purple tier hollowware. They gutted Stomp, triple axle, and the shields on the dash moves, and she was ass for like a year and a half straight. I ain't never taken a break from my main. Blaze kick nerfs or not, unless they make it impossible for me to win, I'm never giving up on the bunny. Snorlax, this patch, rip big man.
Who writes this guy's stuff?
The constant Garchomp nerfs have ruined the Shark Dragon for me, almost entirely. Cram like 20 years ago, got a gold badge in case they make shinies available via that way. I don't know when Cramorant's win rate went down the toilet, but it was a while ago. Used to love him.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Making the game unplayable in my country.
Oh no. Anyway, last week.
Do you think this nerd was needed? You're gonna be kidding me! No, but Cinderace is so boring, so seeing it less is def a W on my books. Oh, finally! I was sick and tired of my main being super weak. Now they finally nerfed it into Oblivion, so I can stop playing it altogether. Thank you.
Cope.
I'll take the nerf. If they give it its first move decision at level 5, like every other Stage 2 Evo. Raboot doesn't get Pyro Ball. Bro, facts. Please, it would help the early game so much.
Killing you.
Worst gaming community, yet you're the one on the Reddit page complaining? No one is making you play. Just play something else. Since when does Ho have Sacred Fire instead of Fly? Alter rank? Vet rank. Corporate needs you to find the difference between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture. Maybe new toy syndrome, but I'm really liking Electrode Volleyball. Any game mode that allows defenders and supporters to shine is always welcome. Although it really shows how much CC is in the game. I am loving it too. I mean, in one hand, I'm super bored of the current maps and modes, but the new mode is pretty fun. Is it just me, or this game mode is really fun? Well, let's see how long that lasts, because it looks like from within a day, this was already a solved game mode. People will eventually crawl back to ranked, and that's not what we want. What is a new game mode you'd like to see? I played other MOBAs in the past, and I'm a huge fan of ARAM for League. Need the slower fishing and the Psyduck racing minigames ASAP. I like the auto chess that the Chinese version has. Basic answer, but the auto chess. Auto chess, and I want the full Fury mode back. Alright, we get it. You want your auto chess. Now, please be patient with the rest of the kids. Some of these people think this is Pokemon Showdown. This release really screams, please like this Pokemon. Unpopular, underappreciated characters players would enjoy. What they choose. What? You're gonna hear me complain too? Oh no, they decided to add a Pokemon that I personally don't like to Unite instead of all these others that I do personally like. They're clearly trying to force things that are thrown. Let me make a post crying about this. That's the entire fucking subreddit. I don't like it, so they're shoving it down our throats. MFer, I thought we got past this era of complaining. Crustle bugged again. Stealth rocks sometimes stop in front of you. Well, it's not sometimes, and it's not new. This has been a game bug since Suicune released. I knew about it since day one. Well, not technically day one because I was on vacation, but as soon as I got home, I knew about this interaction. So what happens is that whatever flooded area Suicune leaves, the Stealth Rock will interact with it as if it was an obstacle or an enemy. So even with the most minor contact, it would immediately spread the Stealth Rock and immediately stopping its momentum. Yes, it's a game bug, but it's a game bug that has not been touched upon or talked about because who would use Crustle at this point? Ever since Next Step's nerfing a Crustle, thank you Japan, its usage rate has dropped. It has been in an all-time low of 5% now. It's on 5%, so what else do you want me to do? Crustle's not looking great right now, but hey, at least I'm looking better. I'm looking better. Good enough to re-record most of the lines from this video and upload the video a little later, because yeah, I'm gonna have to make another one because part 2 came in fast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.